Hello and welcome to another video, and today, as you can see, we are on MotoGP 18 once again from the episode of the Overtakes on Lap 1 Challenge with the 2019 mod. And as suggested, I am using Gabriel Rodrigo here at Tomaster Rio Hondo. Obviously, as that's the race this weekend, so as per usual, I will quickly explain the rules, but I'm sure you all know what's going on by now. I've done plenty of these. But you never know, it could be someone's first video, so pretty much just as it says on the tin, I'm not allowed to overtake any AI riders on the first lap, and then I have the rest of the race. It's usually 4 or 5 laps depending on the track length. Obviously it picks either 5 or 6 laps for the race. I have the rest of that time to then try and get as high up the order as we can. It's no like pass fail or anything. It's nice to try and win, but as you will have seen, I very rarely do because it is actually quite difficult. Obviously, the reason it is difficult because usually you might be able to see me cut through most of this field within like a lap, but once the gaps start to form to the front riders, it's hard to bridge the gaps. So that's basically it. It's easy to overtake the air on the first lap as well. They are a bit slower than normal, so that might be why you've seen me and probably other YouTubers as well be able to come from the back and take the lead fully into the first lap. A track like this would be a good example of that, actually, especially in the MotoGP category. It's pretty simple to carve your way through if you position the bike correctly in some of the corners. So AI do have some exploitable weaknesses at this circuit. So we're just trying to stay behind Iagora. I also neglected to mention that I don't have to wait for any AI if they fall off, but it doesn't appear like any have, and it appears like Agora is dropping from the back of the group, so that's a bit annoying, because that means I'm just losing time that I don't need to lose. So I'm going to probably try and start trying to set him up here, because I want to be passing him as we go over the line ideally, so I can sort of try and get a better exit through the last corner. So we can go now, that's the finish line, isn't it? Yeah, the lap time stops, that means it is. So we've already moved up into 28th position. As well, I don't play Moto3 a lot, so my ability on those bikes is not nearly as good as it is on the MotoGP bikes. But again, like probably most people know that because it's the same for the majority of people. You're not going to be as good on the Moto3 if you only play Moto3 sometimes. But as we play MotoGP every day, don't we? So we're going to obviously be a bit better at that. This is a scary corner here, turn 3. Easiest one to sort of hit the inside curve and go flying. We are behind the 2 CRP bikes, so we're trying to get the slipstream off of Darren Binder. So we're trying to pull alongside Tom Booth Amos with that. So past him, we are past, is that Lopez? I'm not actually 100% sure. Vicente Perez on the outside. We're going to try and go fly on the inside, but I've absolutely destroyed that because I kind of didn't want to crash into them, so I've just lost a lot of time. I've just hit into one of the RBA bikes, and this is not going very well. First time I played the game as well all day. I haven't played it for the last couple of days because I've been busy, which is why I've not made videos either as well. It's not through choice really. Well, I guess it sort of is, because maybe I could have squeezed the time in, but I was quite busy and just wanted to have a bit of free time, so apologies for that. But should have another video out tomorrow as well, so hopefully a couple of videos will make up for that. We have just cut the inside of about 3 riders while I was saying that. Now we are trying to size up the 2 Petronas bikes up the inside of Ayamo Sasaki, right behind John McPhee. Now we've not had great progress on this first lap, but we can see sort of the end of this group. We're going to try and get the inside of Minya as well into this corner. Can we do it? Kaita Toba, obviously the current championship leader, in fact. So obviously he won the first race. Oh, that was a pretty bad corner cut there, so apologies for that. But we actually have just done the fastest lap by 3:10, so the corner cut probably will have something to do with that. We have an amazing run. Oh, who was that? I think that was Fernandez, just completely cut me up there. I was going to try and go for the dive, and he just cut me up. Luckily, just before I let off the brakes, actually, so luckily for him. So, it was a little bit of a secret that maybe I shouldn't give out, but I will anyway. I do that quite often. Like I might brake and then let off the brake again to try and get up the inside of the AI, because then you're not hitting them at the back, and then you can let off the brake and go deeper than they can. Even though they're easier to outbrake anyway, it just makes it even better. We've actually got up to 10th, so we've just had a pretty stellar sector there. And we're going to try and get the inside of Suzuki. Obviously, we made a big mistake here last lap, and we've just basically done the same thing, but a lot less worse. A lot less worse? Yeah, I guess that kind of makes sense, but sometimes my commentary is a bit subpar when it's live because I'm trying to focus on the race. But I'm quite satisfied up to 9th already, lap 3, so we've got some time. Who is that up ahead? So it's Dennis Fodger. He's a bit out of position, I would have thought. I mean, his AI shouldn't be very good because he wasn't very good last year. No offence to him, of course, but he did struggle to sort of adapt to the World Championship, although he did very well in his wildcard races, so I'm not quite sure about that. We have just took a big chunk of time out of him, so if we can try and maybe pass him before the end of this lap, which I know that sounds pretty crazy from this distance back. It's sounding a little less crazy now, isn't it? I love how... I don't even need to say anything with that, do I? I just said that I might be able to catch him, and within the same corner I've gone around his outside. So, I mean, he's going to dive bomb here. No, he's not. I think this challenge could be on here. We have got pretty far up the order, and the AI are pretty close. And I'm actually feeling pretty comfortable with this bike, actually. So, maybe we might be able to achieve this challenge. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We could easily make a mistake here, and there is lots of riders to pass, and still only 2 laps to do it. So, we've got to get on with it. And obviously easy to sort of go to the inside and just get turned in on by an AI, but we are currently sitting in P8, sitting nice and pretty here in a pretty comfortable position, and we have actually caught up to the lead group, which is good. That's usually the hard part. But Argentina is one of my better tracks, actually, I think. Like, I never used to like it on MotoGP 14. I wasn't a big fan, but 15 and onwards, I've actually quite enjoyed the circuit. It's a good track. I hope they don't drop it off the calendar anytime soon. I haven't heard any things about that, by the way. Just sort of saying I like the track, I hope it stays in the calendar. Same with like Malaysia as well, but I'm sure they'll never get it in Malaysia. Big market, but probably Argentina is as well. It's big. I think it's one of the biggest countries, isn't it? But anyway, sort of irrelevant information. We are at the inside of Chononchu and Antonelli now up to 5th position. And you can see there is a bit of a breakaway up ahead. I think that's Riccardo Rossi. Now I think I might need to nerf him a little bit, because that's actually Danny Pedrosa internally, I think. The fact that I can't remember is not great, but yeah, I think internally Riccardo Rossi is Danny Pedrosa, which is why he would have a higher stat than the rest of the riders. So Kaito Toba has crashed, championship leader in real life. We are now going past the 2 Leopards, and I think that was Canet on the outside as well. So we're now up into 2nd position, and we've got just over a lap to hunt this 7/10 gap down to Riccardo Rossi. It is the 2 teammates, the 2 Grassini bikes, going to be going at it. And yes, I have just tried to put on the commentator voice a bit, try and make it a bit more exciting. Try to watch out that they don't got my inside again. But now we have got the entire of this last lap to try and close up the gap to Riccardo Rossi and make the move. We are 4/10, we're already half the gap. We're in the slipstream. Maybe we can even have a look into turn 1. I don't want to go too early though, because that could cause us to make a mistake. We have got an entire lap really to sit behind him. We don't want to make the same mistake I think we made in one of the other challenges, where I thought, okay, I won't dive here and I'll sit behind, because then I made a mistake. But we are all over the back of Riccardo Rossi here, and this is going to be a pretty tense finish. You know, if this was a real race, the commentators would be going mad right now. Obviously, 2 riders getting a breakaway, and obviously Gabriel Rodrigo has come from the back of the grid as well, which in real life that would be remarkable in itself. But we also just sat behind for an entire lap as well. We have got the 60 on Riccardo Rossi. We're going for the brakes at the inside into turn 5. Can we get the bike stop? We've ran wide. The rear has come around a little bit, so we've got to watch out we don't crash there. Riccardo Rossi has got back through once again now. We're going to try and hold it through this long left-hand corner of turn 6, obviously where Marquez and Rossi had their famous collision a few years ago, although they've had another one as well now this circuit, so, you know, whatever the one from last year, well, we all know what corner they both were, really, don't we? But we don't want to talk too much about Marquez and Rossi while we're trying to catch up to the back of Riccardo Rossi, because we might lose a bit of concentration. Fair, he's actually holding himself pretty well here. We have got to try and capitalise through turn 9. We're up the inside through turn 9. We've got the better run side by side with our teammate now. Up towards turn 10. Obviously, this is where we attacked Dennis Fodger, or turn 11, sorry. But he's got back on the inside. Riccardo Rossi got back on the inside. We've got to try and use the run in the slipstream. We're going towards the curb, and he's really defended. We have to go try and go around the outside to put on a turn. I've got him really hot. I've got him really hot. Oh, and he's back on the inside, but we're going to try and get the throttle. We're going to flick it back on the inside. The last corner, through the last corner. We've done the move. We're up into first, and we win the race on the last corner. Oh, man, that was difficult to try and talk over that, describe that whilst it was happening. But I think I did a pretty good go with it. Oh, I'm happy with that. I am happy with that. That is one of the happiest I've been to beat the AI ever, I think. That was thoroughly enjoyable, so I hope you enjoyed that. Well, you can tell I did. I'm beaming. So last couple of videos I've really enjoyed. There will be a sequel to the 101 Riders video, on 110, sorry. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. I might leave a link to it in the description, but basically I got 110 riders to load in a race and it was crazy, so I might do a bit of a sequel to that where they all have Yamahas. But yeah, that is the end of the No Overtakes on Lap 1 challenge. First time we have succeeded in Moto 3, probably the best track to really try it on. So I don't remember who suggested it, so I apologise for that, but thanks for the suggestion. You have just made an amazing video here, so you can be proud of yourself for that one, for that stellar suggestion right there. But as I said, I hope you have enjoyed this video, hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I shall see you in the next one.